What's up, everybody? It's another Mix It Up podcast, but it's a special Mix It Up podcast.
Oh, what's going on?
And you're here with your host, Joel, but also
H. Jones, still here.
It is officially our 1 year anniversary. 2022, May 18th, 2022. Young, plucky friend group created a show. That was weird. That was very weird. And it took too long because old people would take long to say things. So yeah, May 18th, 2022, we started this channel. It was the first episode we launched, and it was fun to find out how much was involved that we didn't realize. Well, we knew most of it, but it was like certain things, there were going to be issues. Like, we thought that there would be an easier way, like, to do certain things, like have videos and subtitles and this and that. But then when we found out, when we were doing more stuff that was international, it was like, oh, so yeah, we need to do this better. Which, thanks be to you guys for constantly telling us in the comments that we're fucking up.
That sucked. Just say it nicer.
Yeah.
Figure it
out. So thank you very much for that. You make us better. Sorry, that was just weird. I was trying too hard. Anyways, but today we're going to be doing, because like we started to gain a lot of footing when we started doing metal stuff, and then we went on a tear of Avenged Sevenfold for like 50 episodes, and we gained a lot of subscribers. In fact, they helped us get over the hump to be found easier and YouTube recommended and things like that. So we were going to do a song of theirs, but then we realized as many episodes as we did most of their songs.
Yeah. We didn't leave anything there.
We didn't leave much left except for like the album, the stage, and things like that. But yeah, it was just, we did a lot of videos on Avenged Sevenfold. So we're like, let's not do another one. I think that was the problem, is we did so many that we got burnt out on them. We were like, we're just not doing these anymore. Let's do something completely different. And that's when we did a BTS episode. Yep. So we tried out a BTS episode. We did Dynamite the first time, and that was actually like 4 months before we started doing them regularly. And that was because, you know, we saw that, you know, Dynamite got like 5K views or something like that, which was like 30% more than the average Avenged Sevenfold stuff. And we were like, we could just do these. And we were like, no, let's just keep doing it, mix it up, blah, blah, blah. And then we went on the Avenged Sevenfold tear, which made it a little bit difficult because that was a lot of stuff that we did. But once we got burnt out, we were like, we want to do something completely different. So then we just started doing BTS and K-pop and Blackpink and XG and all this other stuff. Yo, area. Yeah, that will forever be a joke, which people, there was one dude who got very annoyed with us. He was like, yeah, way to just break down and then just destroy a joke that was funny the first time. It wasn't that funny to begin with. I was like, oh, your life is sad. But yeah. So BTS outro tier live performance, a video that was given to us, and we're going to check it out. So yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. We want to thank you all for having for joining us for the 1st year anniversary. And so if you want to use the promo code WeSeeYou, spelled like it sounds, on our Mk5store.com for 20% off your order. So yeah, let's check out this video. Hope. You know, if it's BTS, it's going to be just an outlandishly crazy performance.
In my house.
Yeah,
just pop up.
Time to go to breakfast.
기별은 내게 채워 나도 모르는 길에 눈가 위에 피어 쟤네는 주먹차 얘기들은 흐르는 일은 나 always you 내가 넌 한때는 알지 하지만 이 수많은 빌 내는 진작에 처음으로 보는 심장을 스치는 좀 바로 내는 이러는 걸 칠뿐이 좀나 옆에서 오야 말하는 날 제가 뭔가 시간이 되돌려준다면 어쩜 내가 좀 더 솔직한 소리를 나만 아는 알고 내 얼굴도 트러블 초라하네 오래 버텨 나를 보는 그 미소리 여자 밀어다는 그런 또 사랑해줄 수 있음 요요같은 소리 조금 많이 어차피 오늘 끝에 있는 건 난 야시장에 있다면 I don't wanna listen to it 너만 소리 허물 너무 많은 외로 I don't wanna listen to it 그냥 너무 무서웠어 좀 내가 너를 사랑했던 적이 아예 없는 늦었지만 넌 진실하다고 너만 나를 사랑했다고 You're my chill You're my chill You're my chill One more yet I say You're my chill 같은 곳을 향해 걸었었는데 이것이 우리의 마지막 그 영원히 많은 건 우리였는데 가차없이 서로를 무시해 같은 꿈을 그때 생각했는데 그것만 빌어서 꿈을 내게 내 심장이 찢겨져 달아난 불쾌감으로 고통감이야 그런 꿈을 돌아지 않게 You're my chair You're my chair You're my hair You're my hair You're my feel You're my feel What more can I say You're my Yeah 이별은 내게 기회야 Oh no 눈물 따위는 사자 내가 좋든 아름다운 이별 따윈 I'm standing 이제 시작해 Take it easy 천천히 심장을 돌려줘 가는 그래 좀 깎인 나버린 파프미는 지를 밟아줘 매일 그 땅이 너는 남 시작해 가기 좀 밝혀버린 내 심장을 썩보일 태워줘 그래 거기야 뭘 막설하는 네가 원하는 그 결말은 막설임 없이 어서 죽여주기 Yeah, run it. Yeah, run it. Yeah, run it. 차원이 제마저 낙지 이야기. 이게 진짜 너요. 이게 진짜 나. 이제 끝을 봐. 원만 그와 나. 달덤도 먹겠고 나는 오늘 가. 이게 진짜 너고. 이게 진짜 나. 같은 곳을 향해 걸어서는데 이것이 우리의 마지막이고. 영원을 만들어 우리였는데 같이 서로를 부수는 같은 꿈을 그냥 생각했는데 그것만 빌려서 꿈을 내게 내 심장이 찢겨져 찬란히 불태워줘 고통감이야 그 꿈을 돌아지 않게 You're my chair You're my hair You're my hair You're my feel You're my feel What more can I say 좋아 어떤 말이 내가 할지 우리는 알고 있지 정답은 저기 있는데 Say 내 답은 어렵지 왜 흘리는지 어쩌버리는지 소용없어 내게는 이별은 내가 그 순간을 flashback 네 맘에서 말해하는 순간 우리의 초점을 부딪히게 되는 순간 모든 게 위험한 순간의 truth 그때가 true Oh yeah good I'm good I did you good 그런 말을 못한다 겨우 앞으로 나가 이러지 너의 시작은 끝에 있어 나의 만남은 단계 trigger 정리가 나 풀어가 figure 못될 거야 너 믿어
That's the first time I think we've ever seen where it's just the rap line. Doing the hook and everything.
I was waiting for the bridge and they were going to just start singing. It was like little glimpses. Like, nope. Like, oh.
They kind of went hard in the paint.
Yeah.
And that was a super deep pack of lyrics. Like, one, I will say this. I did like the fact that I don't remember if they did it the first time, but when they were singing the hook, second time, third time. But they each took a section of it and did it themselves. They were the primary. The other two were the background, which I thought was cool and dope. And they changed the camera to match that, which I thought was kind of cool too. But I will say that J-Hope's lines felt more aggressive. Because it was like, you're my tear, blah, blah. His was, you're my fear. Yeah. Like, his was like way more aggressive. It felt, well, not fully. Like, their rap verses themselves, their cadence was definitely different. I think they're just different altogether. But, yeah, Suga's was, it was almost like he was in the middle. Like, RM was like aggressive movement with his cadence, and Suga was like a little more technical aspect, you know? And then J-Hope's was like pure unbridled emotion, like aggressiveness. But yeah, there's those lyrics can literally fit like 10, 15, 20 different situations. Like it could mean something that's talking about life in a state of growing up. You could be growing up in an extremely poor situation. Like you love your family members or your family and they're failing you in every way, shape or form, like not being able to provide or this. I mean, you're living on the street. They have drug problems. You could apply what they're saying to relationships when it comes to someone you trust and you build a life with. Like, let's say you're married and you have kids and they betray you completely. They betray themselves and you watch them like, you're my tear, you're my fear. Like the fear part would be watching you just drown yourself, you know? Yeah. Like literally these lyrics can be applied to so many things. I'm starting to think, because you got to think about it. Most of the stuff we've listened to is either surface, it's a story, or if it's deep, 2-3 layers. But what they just sang about can be applied to like 50 situations. So I'm like, which one is it? Like, what was the original?
I wonder if they write music and then like sit down and discuss it and then just kind of go back and say, okay, well, that's too specific. Let's take that out and let's put this in.
But it's still specific too. That's the whole thing.
Well, I'm saying, because I don't recall them ever saying like a person's name or giving
they've never
much like description, like very specific stuff. That's what I say. I wonder if that happens when writing and then before it actually goes into recording and say, okay, let's.
But if you think about it, how many songs really have people's names?
I'm saying just things that are just very specific to where
very specific, it geared towards an exact moment in time or an event or that's true.
I know sometimes we'll be writing and be like, you better take that part.
Yeah, because storytelling is like surface. It's right on the surface. So it's like, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. It's like, is he talking about like Kino Reno or what is it? No, there's nothing to unpack. He just talked about killing someone just to watch him die. I mean, that's a dark statement. But yeah, so I don't know, man. That was a lot. But I want to say, you guys gave us the video. I know a couple different people sent it. One person actually had a paragraph. Sorry, I did not read it. I apologize because I was trying to get the link real quick. Shut up. Shut up.
Say anything. My neck hurt.
Yeah. See, I'm going to make you sleep permanently. But no, I don't know, man. That was really good. And I want to feel like that was a moment that the R&B line could take a break. So they were like, let's go out and do 4.5 minutes, rec shop, maybe take one of our songs and remix it a little bit. Like, I feel like that might have been a remix. Like if there was a music video to outro tier, maybe it's not like that. Maybe there is actual R&B line and everything involved. Because I feel like that was a break for the R&B line to breathe.
But I mean, we've seen some other videos where, I mean, we kind of point out that they're taking the breaks in between where there's a little less dancing on this song or there's a little less movement.
They'll do a little bit more performance, like whenever that throne gets pushed out and the walls are being pulled in, the lights are being toned down, and then the fire comes out and everything. Like, that was a good amount of time that everybody could be like, Because if you're going out on stage going, that's the beginnings of you losing breath.
Yeah.
So then by the time you get halfway through your song, you'll be like, this is working. I don't care if you have oxygen. Shoot me. Because once you get to that point, then it's just like, you'll see people do that chest breathe. And a lot of people, like singers I've heard say, and it bothers the piss out of me because they're like, you shouldn't be doing that. What am I supposed to do? Everybody, we're going to stop singing for 10 to 15 minutes. Want a refund? Q.
That's where the live band steps in.
Yeah, right.
They're like, all right, run that.
So that, right. Go for it. That's what I used to use. I used to be like, hey, go for an instrumental run for about 65 seconds. And they're like,
solo break.
And they would get upset because then without me there, that's them in the forefront. And half the time, my band members are like, hey man, we're done. You coming back? And I'm like, it's been 35 seconds. I know, man. You caught your breath. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go now. People are losing interest. I'm like, yeah, because people don't go to shows to hear fucking instrumentals. But I don't know. Make it comedic and say some shit or that would at least make people laugh for 5 minutes, you know? I don't know. Like, there's a million different things you could do to prolong that space. Because if you're going hard for an hour and a half, you need at least a break. Because if you're going full voice and you're pushing that, I mean, like if you're me, even your 20s, the only training you do is how much liquor you can drink in a period of time. Like, it's not really training to be like, you know, put on this mask. Here, we're going to block it off. You're not going to be doing treadmill runs and trying to gain stamina. If you're them, then yes, you would be doing that.
All that music.
Because the amount of touring and playing shows, it would be immense. In a rock band, you don't have to do that. You can be a dick and be like, we're not going on. They may not appreciate it, but what I found out was like promoters are just assholes for the most part. Like, you may come across one who's really just a good businessman. He's down to earth. He understands the game and what's going on. But a lot of them are just people who really want to be in the limelight. And they're like, yeah, I'm promoting this show over blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, yeah, blah, blah's playing it. Yeah, they're really talented. They're really good. And then blah, blah, blah gets there and they're like, oh, guys, there wasn't a lot of people at the door. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to cut your pay to a quarter. And then you're like, it's packed, dickhead. But they didn't say your name at the door. Oh, okay. It's packed, dickhead.
Yeah, like, this crowd isn't yours. This is their crowd, and they're already leaving.
Like one time that happened, and I got pissed, and I yelled out over the microphone because he told me right before we went on stage. And I said, how many people came here specifically to say us and said our name at the fucking door? And everyone but 3 people raised their hand. And the promoter goes, I was like, yeah, you dumb dick. You owe us another $500-600 bucks. You're an asshole. He's trying to fucking short us.
This guy.
Yeah.
Just point him out.
Yeah, that dude was a tool. And then he, like, I think it was 2 months after that, a band actually that was not as nice as we were beat the shit out of that guy because he tried to short him $1,500 for their showcase.
Oh.
So he beat the shit out of him in the park. Like, I'm talking, like, they got video of it where they were just like in a Foursquare and they were punching him like they were playing Foursquare. Ping, oh, ping, oh, ping, oh. Like, it just popping him in the face, like, over and over. I was like, man, good timing. Really nice. Yeah, those promoters don't last as long because they either get shot or beat the shit out of. Because if you're going to be sneaky and shitty like that,
You'll cross the wrong person eventually.
Karma's gonna hit you eventually.
Yeah.
Guys, I want to say thank you. We've had a fun year, you know? I mean, it's been, you know, it's just like any other business or any other thing you do. It's like you have times that are a little bit tough, and sometimes you're like I'd call Aich and be like, hey, we can't do it tomorrow. Why not? I gotta pay bills. Well, are you gonna be okay? We'll find out. Like there's many times where I was like, you gotta cancel. Like, can you come in on Thursday? Well, how about I do Monday and Thursday on next week? Okay, so we won't have an episode on Friday. Like that was the whole thing. It was like, oh, no, it's okay. I get it. I totally understand. So anytime there wasn't an episode, it's okay. We just couldn't film it.
Yep.
Was that thunder?
Yeah.
Is it raining?
Apparently it's storming.
It's Monday at 1 p.m. That was a midnight scaring the crap out of you in bed thunder. That was loud.
Yeah, I got to drive through that later.
Well, it's Houston. In 25 minutes, it'll be dry as a bone and 95 outside. So, well, you better pray that's what happens. I wonder if that got on the microphone.
I'm sure that was pretty
scared
loud.
the crap out of me. We're next to like French doors, so it's not a lot of sound insulation. But no, we thank you guys for, you know, coming and checking us out and watching all the stuff that we do and just having a good time with us, you know. I just realized I left the lights on full white instead of color.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways, but we want to thank you guys. It's a happy May 18th, 2023. And here's to May 18th, 2024. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell notification so you know when new videos are coming out. Go ahead and check out mk5store.com. And again, if you use the promo code WeSeeYou, one word, we, I'm going to put it up on here. Anyways, type that in, you get 20% off your order. So that's going to be super cool. Have fun. And yeah, do something nice today. Go give a high five to a homeless person make sure you have a 20 in your hand. Give a high five. That way you, one, show everybody that they're human beings and they deserve respect of life too. And two, help them eat better that day. Or honestly, when I was homeless, it was easy to stretch that $20 in about 4 or 5 days. Maybe more.
Got inflation. It's been a minute.
2 days.
Yeah.
Anyways, but we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Love you.